Howdy you guys, welcome to my second installment of my top 10 favorites. Today's band is Yellowcard. Brief history on myself and Yellowcard. I think it was mad in 2004, maybe 2005. Their song Way Away was on that game, and then snowboard, there was some snowboarding game, Way Away was on that too, and every time I think of 1080 Avalanche, I always think of Way Away, but I don't know, it's weird. But I got reintroduced to Yellowcard when I found out they were touring with All Time Low, and so I started to listen to them. I bought their album Lights and Sounds in, early 2011, and I just kind of was jamming it in. The only song that I knew when I first saw them, as bad as it sounds, was Lights and Sounds. I did not even know Ocean Avenue. That was like 4.5 going on 5 years ago now, so I'm actually going to see them in a couple days, at least for me filming this. It's Thursday. I'm seeing them on Saturday with a few friends of mine, and I'm really, really excited. Let's go ahead and get into this top 10. Number 10 is the title track off of the album that I just mentioned, Lights and Sounds. It's a great song. It's definitely a song that I just get really, really pumped up listening to. Especially just the middle part where it's just the guitar. It's the same guitar as the intro, and I really like that song. Number 9 is Way Away. I don't know what it is about Way Away. I really like in the second verse of the song, it's just like bass and violin kind of by itself, just kind of, they're kind of isolated, but you can just hear it and you can just like, it kind of goes back to when I used to play the snowboarding game. I would just be like going down the hill and I just imagine myself on the snowboard, just like looking at everything around me and just this bass line and violin just going, I don't know, it's just really cool. So yeah, I just really like Way Away. It's one of my favorites off of Ocean Avenue. It's just a song that I really just love listening to. Number 8, A Life of Leaving Home from their album When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes. A Life of Leaving Home is, for me, wanting to be a touring musician. This has always been a struggle for me because when I was in high school, really going back to when I was a little kid, I'd always planned on going to college and being an engineer, which ironically enough, or I guess coincidentally enough, if I take that back, Sean Mackin was actually an electrical engineering major. Just throwing that fun fact out there. But once I got to like 7th, 8th grade and I got my first guitar at the end of 8th grade, I really wanted to do music, and like I was still stuck on going into engineering, but that seed of wanting to be a musician. So anyways, all that full circle, with The Life of Leaving Home, I just absolutely love that song, and my favorite line in there is, never said that I could burn out that bright, but I needed to try. And like I said, I've always struggled with deciding whether or not I wanted to do it or not, because I mean, I wasn't ready to really be out on my own. I wasn't ready to just drop out of college, go work full time. I figured, okay, like, God forbid music doesn't work out. I need to be able to have something to fall back on. So I decided to go to college, and I'm very, very glad that I did that. So, but it's a personal choice. I have friends that didn't go to college and that are doing very well for themselves. I have friends that went to college that are doing alright for themselves too. So it just doesn't matter. It's up to you, whichever path you decide to take. Number 7, Awakening. I have a fun little relationship with that song. One part, it's like 3 minutes into the song, but no rest for the wicked, they say. Forget me if I try to change. And then it's like the drums is like da da ticka da. I don't know. I just love that part of the song. So it's one of those songs where it's so cliche to say it's an awakening, but it's a refreshing type of song. That's what I like about it, and it's just one of those start over type of songs. Like, even though you might have done XYZ, you can still go back and start from ABC or a new set of ABC, if that makes any sense. So, number 6, Telescope. Like I mentioned in my All Time Low video, there was a girl, and Telescope was our song, but Telescope has more meaning to me than just because it was our song. But this one, Also, I apply it to somebody that was very, very close to me. She was like a second mom, and she was like a telescope to me, and she just helped me see a brighter world and a brighter future. And she was the reason why I stayed in school, because 2012 I actually had to sit out a semester because I didn't do what I needed to do while I was at my first college. And so in the meantime, while I was on that suspension term, she helped me get back into school and just kept pushing me to keep going on. And unfortunately, she passed away in June of 2014, so that was really difficult for me. Even 2.5 years later, it still is. But she made, probably out of everybody that I've had in my entire life, she probably had the biggest impact on me. She just, I love her and I miss her. So I know you're up there watching me, but thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Number 5 is Soundtrack off of their album When You're Through Thinking Say Yes. I like the bridge in this song, and I keep talking about bridges, but I just love bridges and songs. They're so much fun. I love the back and forth between Sean and Ryan on that. It's so cool. The contrast between Sean and Ryan Heat is just so awesome. And then there's this little effect that afterwards, like whoa, tick tick. I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it, but you'll hear it in there. I think that's really cool in the song, and I just love that. Number 4 is Be the Young. That's, out of all the songs on When You're Through Thinking Say Yes, that was like probably my biggest jam, and it kind of reaffirms and reestablishes that, hey, we're back. Yes, we had this little hiatus for a few years because we needed it, but we're back, and we're so glad that you guys are still here with us after this time off. It's just such a great song. And side note, I've gone probably about 5 or 6 times trying to film this video, so I'm very, very sorry if any of these show up in any of these clips. Number 3 is California. Probably one of my favorite songs of theirs. It's one that I've been able to relate to a lot because I've been in a couple of long distance relationships, and he wrote it for his wife, and then before they played it on stage, he said that he was out in California writing the record. She was in Colorado at the time in rehab for an injury that she had snowboarding, and I just really, really like the composition and arrangement of the song on the record, and it's just such a beautiful song overall. Definitely has a close spot in my heart. And I think since 2011, when I first heard this song, it has probably been my favorite Yellowcard. Number 2 is Light Up the Sky. My 1 and 2, those are really hard to pick, but Light Up the Sky is probably, I'm going to go ahead and say this off the record, but it's probably my favorite Yellowcard song, but my number 1, you'll understand why it's my favorite for the purposes of this countdown. Light Up the Sky, I just love the song overall. As cliche as it sounds, this song is my relationship goals. I mean, I think we all have like this idea in our minds of what we want in relationships and whatnot, but let me light up the sky just for you tonight. Let me help you fly, cause you won't have time to cover your eyes or get your disguise. They won't ask you how to just let you die. The line, and it's still so hard to be who you are, but you come this far with a broken heart. I have not really related to that many songs. I mean, I relate to a lot of songs, but not very many songs that have just shot me straight in the heart like that one did. And it's just a song I think will always stick with me. Number 1 is Sing For Me. God, I listened to it. It had a lot of buzz about it when the video came out around this. It was around this time 4 years ago. When the video came out, actually I think it was a day or so after the video came out, Ryan's aunt Stephanie passed away from cancer. Cancer is very, very close to my heart. Both of my grandmothers both had cancer. One unfortunately lost her battle. The other, they caught it early enough. She was able to get a single mastectomy, and she's been cancer-free for I believe 2 years now, and I'm very, very thankful for that. My second mom, who I mentioned Telescope about, she unfortunately lost her battle. She went into remission in December of 2012, and then it came back in April, and unfortunately her health just deteriorated from there, and she passed away in 2013, June of 2013 that is. Sing For Me, when the song came out, I listened to it, and it just hit me immediately. I called my mom shortly thereafter, and I asked her, so I'm very, very thankful to have that song in my life. I really hate to end this on a sappy note. It's just my top 10. I mean, I feel what I feel. The heart wants, the heart feels what it feels. You can't really deny it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, click that little like button. I think I pointed too far last time, or I didn't point far enough, but click that little like button over there. Please, and if you guys want to watch more of my videos and not have to worry about having to find my YouTube every single time, click that little subscribe button over there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
God, right.